Hi everyone, Playmaker here. So, today officially marks the second year since my great grandmother, Alicia Mendoza Espitia, passed away, or who I called her Grandma Licha. It wasn't easy when I found out at first that she passed, but I was able to move on and have faith that she's in a better place. And right now, I'd like to take this time to tell you all about how great she was. She was born in 1935 in Mexico. She was a seamstress, and she also worked for the local school in her town. She had 5 kids in total, including my grandmother. She ended up doing that for a little bit until eventually her and my grandfather ended up getting migrant jobs in Minnesota, and from there they worked on until they earned enough money to get a little convenience store that they had in Mexico. I actually visited that place when I was about a year old, or at least my parents took me there. As far as I remember them, her and my great grandfather lived in southern Texas in a town called Harlingen, which is where my grandma Maria lived. There, she lived with my grandma, along with her other great grandchildren that she had, and just pretty much lived out her days being with us as her family. She was always such a sweet woman. She especially liked it whenever we came to visit her with a lot of junk and fast food. Her special favorite fast food was Church's chicken. Even after she was too old to chew the chicken, she at least loved smelling the smell and eating the mashed potatoes. And don't let that fool you. She was hecka strong. Sometimes it feels a little too heavy for me to carry those bags of bottles of water, but she could carry it no problem, which says a lot about me and a lot about her. The saddest thing that I remember about her was that she didn't speak any English and she couldn't really understand English that well, which is very difficult for me since I couldn't understand or speak Spanish that well. So a lot of times I had to ask my mom or grandma to translate it for me to talk to her. But thankfully, at least a while before she passed away, I was able to say a complete sentence to her in Spanish, telling her that I loved her and that she means so much to me. And I understood what she said when she said, "Ay, mijo, thank you so much, I love you," which at least makes me feel good that I at least said one sentence to her before she passed, knowing that what I said to her and what she said to me. The last time I saw her alive was when I visited my cousin and uncle in Texas when I was going down to see her quinceañera. My entire family went, and I was with my grandma Licha when we went to the church because we went by twos, and I was the one paired up with her. That entire time, she loved clinging to my arm and being there in the church, and then we partied like heck back when we got home, and every minute of being with her was just so amazing, and that's the best thing I'll remember about her. She was just such a loving, clingy, all around great grandma. But I'd like to mainly take this time today, not as a way to remember all the sad stuff that happened about her passing, but as to remember that she was a great woman, and that I'll remember her fondly for the rest of my life. So to my great grandma, I say, Te amo mucho. Playmaker, signing off.